Hey guys, I hope you're loving this gym series so far, where I'm giving you guys a workout to take to the gym. I'm going over cueing, technique, and I came up with a 3 full body day split. So you just need to get to the gym 3 times. I chose all of these exercises specifically so they can be catered whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. It's a great program to get you back on track, to step it up, to get you consistent. This is what I'm following right now, so I hope you guys love it. Welcome to day 2 of your full body workout, taking it to the gym series. I do recommend taking at least 1 day off in between weight sessions. And of course, like I said in the first workout, make sure to check it out if you haven't already done that one. Start there. Write down your weights so you can progress week to week by adding weight, adding reps. All right. Don't forget, the entire workout is written down below. Let's get into day 2. All right, so for day 2, we are starting off with Romanian deadlifts. Here, if you have a preferred deadlift and it's not Romanian, that's fine, but I'm gonna cue for Romanian. So here you really wanna think about pulling your shoulders back and down and keeping your lats engaged. So those shoulders kind of locked and loaded, I try to say. So almost like your chest is nice and proud. You don't wanna let those shoulders come in. So as you hinge, you're pushing the hips back and the shoulders are staying in that locked and loaded position. Keeping the core tight, don't let the core fall. Hinge the hips back and squeeze them. I almost like to think of up instead of in, because sometimes when we think of in, we can overarch the back. So think of up, squeezing the bum up, and the shoulders stay in that locked and loaded position. I also like to think of keeping the weight on my heels, but spreading out the toes. And I almost think of kind of externally rotating the hip out this way, just slightly. It's like in my mind more than anything, and it just helps me kind of engage my backside, which can be tough to get correctly. So first, go to your range of motion, stop before the shoulders round in, okay? Keep the shoulders locked and loaded. Maybe today it's just going down to the knees, but in time, maybe shins or lower. Right after that, no break, you're going right into a forward lunge. So holding dumbbells on the side, and you're starting hip width apart, always with the lunges, and taking a step and keeping it hip width apart, all chaining forward. The biggest mistake people make here is they take multiple steps. What I want you to work on, you can do no weight here. If you haven't been working out consistently, do no weight for the second exercise. I want you to focus on taking one big step forward and pushing back with that same step and not readjusting, then going to the other side. Okay, oftentimes I see people take like 5 steps. Don't do that. 1 step to get it nice and powerful and controlled. Then we're going into a seated cable row. So here, think about good posture, and same thing, shoulders don't shrug up, they stay down. Here, I'm doing a little bit of a back stretch to a back squeeze. Some people don't like that, some people do. Today it just felt really good because my lats were sore from day 1, but do what feels good for you. You can keep the shoulders locked and loaded that entire time, like through the deadlift. So shoulders back and down, and then you're just focusing on squeezing the shoulder blades behind you. And pulling with the elbows. Remember not to engage the jaw, not to clench the jaw, not to engage the neck, and to keep the shoulders relaxed. No break, you're going into a high plank. So high plank is just on the hands. Here we're trying to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Neck is neutral, so no crease behind or in front of the neck. And you're trying to keep that core tucked in. If that's too easy, you add the plate on your back. Okay, and I kind of show you how I get into that position. Start with a 10-pound plate, work your way up. Next, we're going into a sumo squat to upright row, or just called a sumo pull. So knees are pointed out, toes are pointed out to about 45 degrees. So feet might be a little bit wider than your regular squat, but go with what feels good. So knees need to track along the outside part of the toe. So often I see this way too wide. I used to make this mistake as well, and the toes way too pulled out. So make sure it's only like about 45 degrees so the knees can stay nice and wide. And as you pull, think of pulling with the elbows, not the hands, okay? So pull with the elbows and go to your comfort zone. Maybe today it's just the chest, because the one thing you don't want to do is shrug the shoulders. So you pull till you can without engaging the neck and the shoulders. Upright row, okay? And in time, you'll be able to get the elbows up past the shoulders without shrugging the shoulders. But listen to where you're at today. without a break, you're going right into a tricep overhead extension. So here I want you to think about keeping the elbows in, okay? And 90 degrees is the goal. You can go lower if that feels good to you. But first is 90 degrees without letting the elbows flare out. Once they start flaring out, you've gone too low. So try to keep that strict, good technique throughout the move. Okay, and at the top, don't overextend the arm, okay? Keep it nice and soft on the elbow. So I have the reps and sets written all down below, okay? Remember, we're doing all the 2 moves back to back, and then you rest and you repeat it 3 times. 8 to 12 reps on the first move and 8 to 12 reps on the second move, some optional to go a bit higher if you're more advanced. And then we're finishing off with hip bridge on the Swiss ball. So here I want you to focus on squeezing the thighs together and keeping the feet together and really squeezing the bum from the bottom up. I find by squeezing the thighs together, you're really gonna engage the inner thigh and you're gonna feel it way more. So nice and controlled. As you're squeezing the bum in, as you're tucking the bum in and up, try not to overarch the back, okay? It's not this, it's more of a squeeze the bum, the pelvis in. Really engage the glutes, okay? Can you clench those glutes on the way up? Right after that, without a break, you're gonna go into a leg raise, which works the core. And if it's too advanced for you with the ball, don't use a ball today, because with the ball, you have to put pressure on the outside of the feet to keep the ball from falling on your face. And also you wanna make sure your back doesn't arch at all. If your back is arching, you need to get rid of the ball, you need to bend your knees more, or you need to support your hands by putting them under your bum, like this. So you really wanna keep a flat back, so you're really putting pressure on the core. As soon as your back starts to arch, on the ab move, you're no longer engaging the core, okay? So wait for your body to help you get through it. So that's what we want. Keep the core in tight, back should be flat on the floor. If you guys want to see more workouts done for you guys so you can take them to the gym and see results, let me know. With any program, you need to do it for more than a week to see results. You need to do this for 4 to 8 weeks for best results. So you can see progression, so you can push yourself. And at the end of the day, consistency is what matters most when it comes to results. So if you don't show up for yourself, you're not gonna see any progress, you're not gonna see results, because if you're stopping and starting and stopping and starting and you're getting on this bandwagon and this bandwagon, you're not doing anything long-term enough to really see results. But at the same time, you need to change it up because your body will adapt. As you get more fit, you need to make it more challenging. Hence, increasing range of motion first, getting better at the moves with technique, then increasing strength by loading more weight, then working on, cardio, your heart rate, by decreasing rest time. I hope you're loving this workout series. Let me know what you think down below. You know I love reading your comments. I always read them and I appreciate them so much. It's the best way to support my channel so I can keep making these types of videos for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you back for day 3.